Welcome back. 7:16, a special session will begin soon after Louisiana Governor-elect Jeff Landry is sworn in on January 8th. Now, during that time, lawmakers will address the Fifth Circuit Court ruling to draw up a new congressional map with a second black district. The move has already garnered reaction from current Governor John Bel Edwards, who says he's confident that a fair map with two majority black districts will be created before the congressional elections next year. And Louisiana Congressman Troy Carter also weighed in, saying in part, quote, "The law is clear. It's never too late to do the right thing." And so this morning, we're getting some perspective from the Urban League of Louisiana Vice President Tyrone Walker. Thanks for joining us this morning and talking about this.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
So let's just dive right in. You and I talked before, and I think the best place to start, as you said, is just really what the court's ruled and where it leaves us right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So the court affirmed what we've all been fighting for and saying for over 2 years now, close to 2 years now, is that the state's congressional maps are discriminatory and not constitutional. And what they do, and they have done for a long time, is deny African Americans the opportunity to select a person to represent them that represents their values. And the Urban League of Louisiana, with our partners, are committed to fighting as long as we have to make sure that we have fair representation.
And you all have been such a strong voice in this, as many others have. So, with this change coming about, what do you see as far as the future? Where does this lead us in the state?
Yeah, so this is a positive step for our state. There's so many negative things that are happening all around us. This is a positive step in the right direction. But one of the things that the Urban League of Louisiana called for when the United States Supreme Court ruled a number of months ago in another case that's similar, we called on this governor and this legislature to act. I think that this governor and this legislature has the time to act right now to put fair maps in place. The challenge that we're going to run into and that we've got to all be prepared for is making sure that these maps get in place so there's enough time for quality candidates to identify themselves and to make their case to voters. All of these things don't happen in a vacuum. They must line up. And we've seen in recent elections, when we don't have the right time to recruit the right candidates that share our values, they can't put together the right apparatus and campaigns, and it does have an impact in election outcomes. And so we hope that the legislature and the governor will act as soon as possible, and if they can't, that the governor-elect and the new legislature will act as well.
And so we have just about 45 seconds left, but I want to touch on, you talked about what this means for candidates and giving them time. What does this mean for voters specifically? What do you see? Yeah,
what this ultimately means is that African Americans will have another voice in the state House of Representatives or the federal House of Representatives, and it means that the issues that are important to our communities are elevated, right? Things like insurance costs, flood protection, public safety, things that we consistently hear from voters that they need support on. This means that we'll have another voice that's trumpeting those issues. And look, Congressman Carter has been doing an incredible job representing a lot of us and delivering results for our communities, but he needs some help, right? So we'd love to double his efforts by having another congressman that's coming in, that's working on our behalf in DC, that's bringing resources back to important causes. So this is a positive step. We hope that we won't delay any further and that we get on to putting fair congressional maps so we can get a second representative that can deliver for African Americans.
Okay, thank you so much for being with us, Tyrone Walker. We appreciate you. Let's get a check on our